Hello, everyone, and as always, welcome back to Strategy Gaming Dojo, where we find, learn, and play one more turn of the great strategy games. Today, it's back into Gary Grigsby's War in the East 2. This is our Let's Play against the Soviet AI. And sorry, been off a couple of days. Took a little vacation with the wife. Overlooked the Grand Canyon today. Got me thinking about bigger things. No, I wanted to play, the game, but it hasn't worked out that way, and so now getting back into it. So we'll be all ready to stream upon my return, which is just a day or so away. So anyway, very interesting kind of looking over before I started this episode. I was just kind of looking over what is now Ukraine. Now imagine why I would be doing that. Interesting to look over the map and to see where the Russians, now the Russians, not the Soviets, have pronged their attack. They've come up through Kherson, for instance. I was looking at that today. A lot of mech armor up this way. One thing I did not realize, and most of you guys maybe knew, I just didn't know. I did not know Chernobyl was so close to Kiev and the ever dangerous eastern Kiev. Let's hope it's dangerous for the Russians now in eastern Kiev, but I guess that would make sense. Chernigov, I didn't realize that Chernobyl was up this way, but I know that the Russians have, come down from the north through Belarus and then also out of Russia, of course, and down through this area trying to get down to Kiev. Now you can see, I mean, it's bad terrain, or at least it used to be. I don't know, has the Pripyat dried up? Probably not. I know that the Ukrainians were blowing bridges out here across the Pripyat River, which is interesting. Of course, Kharkov has come up. There's been fighting quite a bit around Kharkov. Uh, Boy, the historical significance of that, of course. So anyway, I know that all around the world, everybody's watching this on the news and thinking about it. And when I pulled up the game, I thought how I don't know, ironic, I guess, that we're sitting here in the Ukraine where the Ukrainians and the Soviets honestly fought so bravely out here, and so it's just interesting to see. All right, on to the game. Let's do that. That kind of covered for my usual. Hey everybody, how's it going? I miss you guys. I miss live streams. We'll just start over here by the Crimea. Now we had moved quite a ways up here. The Crimea, I should say it correctly. We had moved quite a ways up here, and I think we've done everything we need to do. I just wanted to look over it one more time and make sure. Yep, I mean, we'll fly some freight out here. We move the Italians over. They're withdrawing soon, so we got to be careful there. This German unit has just really kind of not doesn't look great. That's the 292nd Infantry Division. The Soviets actually even attacked it last turn because they thought it looked so weak. We've got to do something about this. I guess I could move it back. I don't want to leave this completely uncovered though, and so I didn't want to move it back. I really need to move it back though and start trying to help it rehabilitate, whether, from just building up its food and whatever else, but it's down to 5,600 men. We will have more Romanians coming over. I'm going to try to cover all of this with Romanians if we can, and we may just have to take this German unit out or replace it with another German unit. We're obviously getting a lot more on the map each time. And so, from the reserves, really, although we did get quite a few reinforcements this time as well. As we move over, we had taken a lot of Romanian troops and moved them over this way. Some got off ships, some still haven't gotten off the ships. We've also got the first Romanian mountain division that's out here. This needs to go back to the reserves next time. It just doesn't have enough strategic move points to do so. We've got this 318th out here. This, you know what? I'm just going to disband that. Somebody said in the comments I had already disbanded the other groups. Let's just disband it. I'm tired of looking at it, frankly. And you can say, well, that's a terrible reason. Well, I know, but sometimes when you play games like this, you get tired of something and you just say, you know what? I'm done with this thing. I'm done with it. This FBD, we don't have anything to repair down here. We should get it up on a depot closer to the front. Now I think we've got an FBD there. We do. Maybe putting one here would make sense. We got a level 4 there. We could also put it here and sit it with 4th Panzer Army. Well, let's move it up here for now and set it here with 4th Panzer. All right, so there that goes. Anything else down here I need to move? Romanian High Command. Nothing there. Let's make sure. Let's go back to movement points. I had it on defensive value. Nothing to do back here. Okay. Then we go on to 6th Army. 6th Army looks fine. 27 of 27. That is under Hilpert, who is a very good infantry general. We want to make sure that 6th Army doesn't get any mech in it. He's not a particularly good mech general. We've also got 41st Panzer Corps. We've looked at this stuff. I'm not going to go in depth through it, but you see the Desert Fox out here, Irvin Rommel, 795. He's an 8 on the mech, though. Wasn't a good administrator, Rommel. Or at least these developers didn't think so. Um, okay, there's no reason for him to be over here, actually. He could be a little closer to his guys because the 2 cores he has. Now, he's at 27 of 27. The reason I moved him up here is because 1st Panzer Army is the one that's, kind of underwater here as far as commands go. We've also got Kempf. And Kempf we need to get up and around here. And I'm just going to start marching him up here. I'm not sure exactly where I want him yet. Um, and as a matter of fact, let's take 1st Romanian Mountain Division and let's give that to Romanian High Command. Army Group Antonescu. Let's go straight back to Antonescu there. Now I'm going to send him to the reserves. I just wanted to get him out of Kempf for now. 5th Romanian Corps. He is not currently in charge of anyone. 3rd Romanian Army. 18 of 27. Okay, I wanted to keep this corps here just in case we need it. 1st Panzer Army sits here. And then we've got other Romanian corps. Now we've got a lot of extra Romanian corps sitting around here. Is he in command of anything? No. I'm just going to move him back here and get him out of the way. All right. We may need him at some point. I've got Army Group South back here. I've got 4th Romanian. He's also at 0 of 9, as is 3rd Romanian Corps. So we've got a lot of extra Romanians, but I want to leave that one there, and I'll put 1st Panzer. Where is his furthest command? Let's see. That's 7 of 5. That is out of command. Okay, and this is what I was struggling with last time because 1st Panzer Army is way oversubscribed. It's 38 of 27 right now. So I want to put some of this in Kempf. Now the problem is though we get mismatches because in all these places I tried to put infantry um in with motorized, right? And so, every one of these places I've got an infantry with the motorized. Well, the minute I start giving it different commands, they're going to be mismatched. And so, what I think I have to do is maybe come up here. Well, I got the same there, same there. Okay, and they're all going to 1st Panzer Army. Okay, that is 24th. What does 24th look like? He's 11 of 9. And this is what I was trying to figure out last time. And I finally just said, damn it, let's call it an episode. So this is Van Vettenghoff, I should say. Is that right? No, it's Von Vettenghoff. Why did I say Van? That's weird. Okay, Von Vettenghoff. Of course, the Prussian Von. 5th Corps. He's also got nothing. Okay, 5th Corps I'm going to put right there. Um, I I have all of those German cores. Okay, let's go back to this. 9 of 9. I'm just kind of flitting around here. That's not doing us any good. 8 of 9, 10 of 9, 8 of 9. Okay, those guys are all fine. Then we go back to the 6th Romanian Corps. He's got 8 of 9, and he goes back to 3rd Romanian Army, which sits right here. I could actually just move him up there. Just so I'm trying to get this all straight in my mind. You're like, why is he moving that guy or this guy? I'm trying to get a lot of this just straight in my mind, how these commands work out here. It's a constant struggle every turn trying to make sure you've got as much in command as you possibly can. So first Panzer, now this would be the obvious, I feel like, unit that should go to a different army. And we've got Kempf down here, right here. He could take this, and then I could move this up. So he is 9 of 9. First Panzer is at 38. So that would take him down to 29, 27. Okay, and he's got the one unit that's 11 of 9, but we could maybe put it in a core up here. Okay, that helps. That helps, I think. I wanted to take Kemp further north, though, so it's possible, and this is the one that's 11 of 9, 24th. Let's put him in Chernovsky. Okay, go. There you go. All right. No, that's not who I wanted to move. Back to the command. This is von Schweppenberg, by the way, who's a good mech general. 6 is around, and then an 8. Now, one problem we're going to have is the Kempf detachment is not led by a guy that's very good when it comes to mech. All right, so von Schleppenberg will come up to Chernovsky. Okay, and now, nope, I don't want that actually. Yes, I do want that maybe. Mm, so he's at 11 of 9. I really need these two guys out. Who are you going to? See, that's 9 of 9. I really just need another core here. I don't know any other way to sugarcoat it. Now, I just don't have a German core in the area is the problem. So he can't really move, but his guys are out. Well, I'm going to do this then. I'm going to move Kempf up here, okay? And instead of 1st Panzer Army, I'm going to put von Schweppenberg back to Kempf, okay? Put that in there. All right. So now First Panzer 27 of 27. Now Kempf now is taking in some infantry. You can see we've got some infantry there, but then we've also got a lot of motorized. And let's see, one, two, three, four, five shiitake mushrooms. Is he going to be out? Yes. We're going to have to give him to somebody different. There's just no way around it. So Kempf, here, we'll just have you set there, Kempf. But we're going to have to give this a new command. So this is currently under Kurt Herzog, who's not the worst general in the world, but he's mainly an infantry general. And we need somebody that's going to mech us up here. And who's good at the max that we can go here, or we can promote someone. Um, Hepner is not political and he's not good at morale. Well, morale is too important. So Hepner is out. Um, we may have to take somebody that's in a core right now. So we have, 24, for instance, von Schweppenberg. Now, if we went and looked at von Schweppenberg and we gave him a promotion, come in, Gare. Let's look at this really quickly because it'll tell us Corps or Army headquarters. Okay, so his max command, he can be in an Army headquarters. That's fine. He just, you don't want him in an Army group, but he's such a nice mech general and he's good in infantry. So we're going to bring von Schweppenberg up to be in charge of Kempf, and hopefully the game, whoops, hopefully the game will give us someone halfway freaking decent in his place for von Schweppenberg. So it's going to be 31 of our 57 points. I definitely think it's worth it. And then Weber takes command of the core. So the game automatically does that. Now you could change this. What does Friedrich Weber look like? You have got to be kidding me. It does not get worse than that. We've only got 26 points. 10 Grosser. Perfect. That is exactly what we needed. So Grosser, 12 points. He's now in charge of 24th, and I think that all worked out. My You couldn't hear my heart palpitations, but when I saw Weber there, I thought, we're doomed. We're doomed. Okay, I don't think anything else here has to move. I just wanted to get those things straightened out. Third Panzer, 9 of 9. That looks good. He's going back to First Panzer Army. Although now I feel pretty comfortable he could go into Kempf. First Panzer's at 27. Okay, I'm going to leave that as is for now. But now we've got a little bit of flexibility. Um, Except we've got this unit right here, 25th MD, who's not in the best shape in the world. I'm tempted to double stack. This is 5,000. That's 5. That right there does not look promising. Now, I moved this motorized up here, but did I put him in the right spot? Well, it's a good question. Now, this is rough. That's rough. We've got cavalry out here in rough. That's not what you want. This infantry, though, could move in here. Now, he got knocked back last time. I can't move this at all. Okay. Let's move the infantry into the rough, and let's move the cavalry back into the clear. Okay, and then let's look here. 13th Corps, he's got too much. Okay, so we can't put him in there. What are you going back to? Cavalry Romanian Corps. Well, that's not good enough. We've got a mountain group here in the rough. You love to see it. We've got a cavalry group here though in a clear hex. Oof, this is rough stuff right here. We're not looking great. This is in Chertkov. Chertkov. Let's look at this again. Chertkov is just a level 2. Okay. I could move the motor, or I could move the Panzer here. I could also switch places here. I guess, but looks a little too strong to make that comfortable. These guys look strong, but it's Romanians underneath there. Oh, wow. No good choices that I'm seeing anyway. This is quite vulnerable right here. This mountain group should do okay in the mountains, you would think. This division, I can't get it all the way out here. Nope. Well, he can come further, but I can't he needs to be there. Now, what else do we have that can come out this way? Let's go here, or you know what? We really need one of the really good divisions. Let's bring it. But it's coming from further back. Yeah, ugh. He could go into Stanislav. What does this look like if we bring one of these guys down into Stanislav? 88, but he'd be ready to go next turn. We've already got this division. What's here? Army Group A and First Corps that's got nothing. Also got the error there. Um, all right, let's go put this in Stanislav for now. I don't think he can get off the train, but let's find out. On train, off train. All right, he had enough. Um, That's that. Can he move at all? Yeah, he could move down this road. I eventually want to get him right here. I think that's where we need him. But like I said, we're in the rough there, which isn't terrible. Maybe I should leave the cavalry there, but I want him back here because once he spends the points to try to get through here, he should be not in great shape. These guys are definitely not in great shape. I'm tempted to attack out of here with the panzers or move the panzers back. Now remember, Lvov is where the points reside. We could also take. Is that a clear? It is. I like having these behind here because you can see their cavalry and he's also trying to break through right here. So we have troops coming there. I may just have to stand pat. I've brought a lot of troops out this way, but I think we may have to stand pat there. I'm not sure there's too much more for us to do here. Um, this is becoming a real problem. He's bulging. He's bulging. That's a decent unit. These panzers, I really need him out of this, but I don't want to really lose this depot. Um, let's move the Panzer back one and put him on reserve. So he's out of the town, right? And then this cavalry, I know cavalry's not great to put in a town. I 100% understand that. But it's men, and I just want a few men in there. That sounded like a motivational speech. This guy, I feel like I could do something else here, but I'm just not seeing it. He's still out of command. Who else can you go to? Why don't we take you, this core? Why are you all the way down here? Let's move you up here. He must have gotten displaced. I just didn't notice it. How's 17th Army looking? Oh, he's going back to Army Group A? Why are you doing that? Oh, I think I had to do that, right? Because 17th Army is here. He's got 26 of 27. Well, why don't we do this? Why don't we put that guy in Kempf, right? Instead of Army Group A. That way he runs through an Army Group. Let's put him in Kempf. That is what? 13. There's the range. 13 away. Perfect. All right. So now he's a weird shade of green. Gosh, I don't really want to make him orange. Why don't we make Kempf something different? I don't know, purple or something. I love the interior design aspects of the game. Let's make him purple. Okay, you're purple now. These guys are purple. Whoa, look at that. That's gorgeous. Let's make you a different kind of purple. For all of you that purple's your favorite color, it's your lucky day out here on the Eastern Front. Is that? Oh gosh, I don't like to spend time on this crap. Uh, good. Okay, fine. I don't know. Fine. Good enough. Ooh, they're like a hot pink. If that doesn't scare the Soviets, nothing will. Um, Okay. I don't think there's much more we can do this turn here. This is a problem zone, but I've got divisions coming. Maybe I'll even bring another one. I mean, there's one, but that's going to be needed in here. So do I go get another one? Maybe. And then we have this really good division, but this one I wanted to send up into the center, up into this area. Now I already have another one coming there. I could also go into, well, this is really where I want it. Because we're looking okay to the north here. It's really down here. So I'm going to bring him right there. And then I'm going to take this one back by Warsaw, 73rd ID. And I'm going to bring him into this trouble zone down near Romania. He could also come into Stanislav, and then I'd have two full divisions. But this is also in trouble. Let's bring him into Stanislav. On train, off train. Okay, he'll be ready next time. Good thing we have that new army, and we've also got a corps out here, or two. This is first corps. This is Jashki. 7646. We may replace him next time, but we're down to 14 AP now. Okay, so I think that's all of our units that I wanted to bring on the map. I think we've moved everything that I want to move. Last time I should have just finished the turn, but I was peeved about this situation. I think we've got some problems here. I listen. I know we do, but there's not a whole lot I can do about it this turn. I'm bringing a lot into the area. We just have to hope he doesn't completely break through. That's why I'm keeping the Romanians slightly behind here in this bulge. Look, there's problems all over the place. Let's go look at our reserves really fast. On the ground, we have three divisions refitting. We've already looked at all this. Okay, so those three divisions should be ready to go. Those all try to ticket more to the north than the center, but events may shape what we do. I'm also thinking about bringing more Let's make sure we don't want to. That's Ernst Highway to Hell. Ernst, my guy. Let's bring Ernst out to Lvov for the time being. And then the Mountain Core. Oh, you know what? Let's back that up. I'm going to put Ernst back up in the country he knows, which is right up in the Minsk area, right? He was in that second army forever. Let's just drop him off right by Vilnius. Cannot get off there. He doesn't have 100 strategic points. And then let's take the mountain group, actually, and put them down here in Romania. Not that it really matters, but hey, this is where the mountain action's happening. So we'll put that one down there. I think that's it. And then we have several new units coming next time. And then we have those three building for the future. A lot of that I hope to send to the north and center. But like I said, I mean, it just depends what happens. Let's make sure that everything. Okay, Constanta is still a 3. This is still Sevastopol, still a 4. 2. Okay, that's all fine. If we look at all of our depots around here, that's fine. If we can just hold a couple more turns. I mean, we're almost to the checkpoint. But more important, well, maybe not more importantly, but of importance also is the mud will be coming. And once that happens, we can really regroup, get everything, kind of set a little bit, get ready to run some kind of limited offensives. Probably right in this area. We've got to. He's built so much strength here, and you can see the AI wants to run for Kaunas. So we'll have to do that. I think the last thing for us to do this time is to fly freight as usual. Excuse me, I got a little hiccups. Let's try to fly all the way out here, but we don't want it to come out of there. Constanta doesn't have that much freight. I think that's because I pulled that FBD out of there. 2337. Now I know we're capped. Hold on. How much freight did Sevastopol get last time? It received 8,537. It's got some stored. I may have to take this FBD. Oh, that's 4th Panzer Army. I was like, why can't he move so far? Next turn, I might have to put that back in Constanta because it's not building up enough. Now, we do have enough stored over here this time. What about this? What do we have here? Received 1. Well, I flew some out there, right? Then it goes out by horse, or at least that's what I hope happens. But we can't be flying that out of Constanta now. Galate. Yeah, let's try that. That's kind of the closest place, right? Um, Sevastopol, Constant. Yep. Okay. So that looks good. We could fly it out of Berlad. Let's do a single mission. Keep going back to that game. Now, we lost 4 transports. He does have some fighters in the area, but I do think it's worth flying out here, even if that's the case. Galati, no more. Barlad, launch it. We lose 2 more. We get 87 tons of freight over there. Okay. One more time. Okay, you can see, some of this we can't fly out of. Tongo Frumus, never heard of it. Wow, we fly right in the hexes next to Soviet troops here. I don't like that. I don't like that. Roman. Okay, no Soviet troops there, but we don't have enough miles to get over there. Constanta, we could fly it, but you can see we don't have that many transports. Barlad, it would allow us, it's just not going to take enough to make it worth our while, I don't think. I do like to fly out to Odessa if we can. Uh, we've been losing. We've been losing planes there. It's because we're right next to the Soviets, so they're anti-aircraft. Now, I could fly it higher than 9,000 feet. Okay, I could go into our mission. That's one thing we don't do often, right? Is our air doctrine screen. So we could go in here and oh, yeah, I guess you can't. Can you not do transport like this? Do I do it from that other screen, or maybe you just can't do it? Flight, launch. We get down here. Now you can only pick these. Um, unit, no. Airborne, no. Oh, we should pick up the Finnish units and fly them over here. You guys would mutiny. Um, hmm. Interesting. So I can't set the altitude. Oh, no, I can't. I cannot set the altitude for transport missions. What am I missing there? That seems like a flaw. Or maybe they just say, hey, transport missions fly at a certain altitude, and that's that. Well, I guess they do, don't they? I mean, where's this air group? He's way back at Bucharest. Okay, can I fly over to Sevastopol out of Bucharest? Parnu. These guys are too far back. I need to fly them forward. Um, okay, well, let's do that. Hmm, interesting. Okay, I think they're at this airfield. Yeah, JU-52s, these guys. Okay. Popesti Lurdeni. Is that right? Eh, hold on. We got to bring up the air. I'm sorry, I lost my focus there for a second. We got to bring up the air and then transport group south, all of that. Instead of being down here, let's bring it up here by Galate. Foxani. It's a fun name. How about anywhere kind of in this area? Where do they want to go? Okay, that works. Let's do immediate transfers for transport group south. Okay. And then transport group Mita. See, I'd move these down here thinking Constanta would always have plenty of supply, but once I move the FBD off, let's go up to Ackerman. Okay, immediate transfer. Okay, so that's going to hurt us just slightly a little bit. I mean, we still got, a number of missions out here. Now let's see what happens. Whoops. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, let's go back to F9. Now let's see what happens. They want to go out of here, but they want to pick up at Sevastopol. Constanta. I mean, we could fly that. Okay, I'm going to figure this out next turn around. It's weird. I would find that very strange that I wouldn't be able to set the altitude on transport missions, but we just really haven't done that. Okay, other than that, I think that's it. I'm going to turn the turn so that we're all ready to go when we live stream next time. Keep everything crossed. Let's hold on, boys. Yes, we looked at the depots, or I had looked at the depots before, and they looked fine to me. In turn, without depot management, and now it's on. There's no going back. I'm silent in anticipation. I'm going to be really mad if I find out there was an easy way to set that altitude, but I would think it would be in doctrines. That would be the easiest place to find it, that you would just have a transport doctrine screen, and you would set it there. I guess I would have to do that in air planning. Okay, you guys were probably screaming at your screen. If you were, I bet you when we pull up the air planning this next time, that's where I do it. I can't do it this late in the turn. I mean, we've already gone through the air planning phase, but that's kind of how this gets a little wonky, right? On the turn-based side of it is, well, it's still our turn, but we're at the end of the week, right? So it's fair, and we'll try that in the air planning next time. Sometimes when you're playing, there's so much information in this game, I just can't remember off the top of my head where you do something, and all of a sudden it'll pop up and literally above my head and say, "Oh, I bet you I do that in the air planning phase." We'll look at that. All right, Soviet air. He's running a little air this time. 73 sorties so far in day one. Decides not to do much in day 2 or 3 or 4. Well, he lost 14 planes. We lost 1. 19-1. All right. And here we go. Doo -doo 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 -doo. Charge. Here come the front attacks. Oh my goodness. All hell broke loose up here, guys. We hold though. Oh, we lose a fort level though. So up here on the Narva line, we have been attacked. Now we did have, I had put in those support units directly attached, and it looks like some of them got in. The Stuk Battalion, you can see right here, it's offset a little bit because it's directly attached to the 58th Division. Boy, when they put it through the blender, we only had a 90. He had a 60. Thank goodness we had a level 3 fort. Now, he was bringing nearly 55,000 troops. We have 12,800. I mean, goodness. We lose 419, 8, and 6. He loses 17, 52, 15, and 35, and 11 planes. But he did take us down to fort level. That's ominous. Now he hits just south of there. What is this? It's a Narva offensive. Let's pause that. 16,000 troops to 56,000 troops. We hold our fort level, so we're not nearly as in bad a shape there. 95-1. He loses 436, 5 and 5, plus 8 more planes. Okay, that was a good hold. That makes me feel a little bit better right there on the Narva line. Now he's hitting down by Odessa, and we did get a tank. You can see here in red, we got this Panzer division was committed to the battle, and that's what you like to see under Reinhardt, who took command. 398 and 3 of the losses for the Soviets. They were attacking 60th Motorized. 60th Motorized got the help, though, from the Panzer division. Awesome. Awesome. So he had a level 3 fort. We keep it. Gets a 452. Look at all the support units Reinhardt got in here. That's good German generalship. 3-1 on the losses, and we hold very easily there. Level 3 fort. This is under Martinic. 1 to 2.4. Okay, we hold the fort level. That's good. 302 to 123. That looks very positive. Okay. That was 27-1 losses. Now he hits into 7th Flieger and 1st Hungarian. This was always going to be a problem, and he does take us down to fort level 2-1. That's tricky. 7th Flieger, 1st Hungarian Armored. Reinhardt again, thank goodness, gets all these support units in. 569 on the losses to 2310. You can see we're outnumbered 84,000 to 19,000. He also has nearly 1,200 guns and 131 AFVs, but we more than hold our own. But it was 1-1, and now that's a fort level 1. We're going to have to do something there. Obviously, we can't let him cut off Odessa. 88th Infantry Division is out here. He's only got 9,500 men. He's up against 26,000 Soviets. That goes 3.5 to 1. Janicki was out here trying to hold the line, 1-0. Again, this is kind of in that area. There's no real points for him in this area. I mean, I'm trying to stop him. Don't get me wrong, but if he's going to break through someplace, that's not the worst place. Okay, now he's trying to head down the track here. That is a pretty good result for us, I guess. 16,600 Soviet men run into 9,947 Germans. That is the 328th Infantry Division. It's under Friesner. That's a solid hold. Okay, now they gang up on us. The 328th gets hit. They do take us from a fort level 2-1. They lose 628 men and 10 guns. We lose 443 and 9. 1.7 to 1. Little too close for comfort there. We need to get a little backstop happening. Okay, 98th Infantry Division down on the southern line here, south of Rovno. They hold really nicely. That's a level 3 fort. That never hurts. We bump up to a 439 adjusted 208 here. The Soviets had 41,000 men against 7,800. They also had 651 artillery pieces. We hold on, though, 1 to 2.1, even though we took more losses. That speaks to fort levels. Well, speaking of a place where we don't have much in the way of fort levels, this is just northeast of Lvov. Also in the news, as Western Ukraine is not getting hit as hard yet, and I've been told that the nationalism in Western Ukraine is off the chart. So we'll see. 1 to 0. This gets knocked down. 123 to 38. 269 to 167, 63,900 Soviets, 17,670 for the Germans. He beats us up 4.3 to 1, but we were only in a level 1 fort, and that's why it matters. Rovna gets hit. We get rudely kicked out of Rovna. We go from a level 2 fort to 0, and we get knocked out of there as he's coming for Lvov, folks. He's also got this cavalry that's moved through. Okay, tip of the spear up in the Minsk Bulge. And this is the 69th Infantry Division that's throwing out a 658 in a level 2 fort, dishing a little bit of losses. That wasn't, I would have liked to have seen more casualties there for the adjusted number he put up. Okay, here we also put up a 612, again in a level 2 fort under Kleeman as he's hitting here up in the north of Minsk. But we hold pretty strongly, pretty convincingly in both those locations. That's good to see. Well, we got knocked back there though. 91,000 Soviet warriors take the field here. They take us down from a level 2 to level 0. This was that blue, this is what I was worried about. Blue and Luftwaffe field just got blown the hell out of here. This is also rough ground, level 2 fort. None of it mattered. I mean, 787, 12, and 16, 6 on the plains, but we get knocked back there. We obviously can't let him push too far here. I mean, this division's probably going to have to go right in there. We hold there. The Soviets had to come down here and come chase us a little bit as we reset the line, and he's hitting it over and over. But we don't have any fort levels here, but his attacks didn't have a whole lot of force because he had moved a ways down here. Oh, they hit us again here. 1.9 to 1. We hold on. If you're new to the game, 2.021 will make you retreat. We do not retreat. Block says, you shall not take one step back. And we just hold on. 181, 325, 4 and 2 with 7 planes on the losses for the Soviets. Oh, they hit us again. I didn't think they had movement points left. You scoundrels. 416, 137. Yeah. The Luftwaffe Field Division is what got routed. Well, okay. Thank goodness we got other divisions coming here. We also have our strongest grouping right here. The motorized and the Panzer Division are here. So, depending on what strength he has in that hex, maybe we can strike back. Soviets take big losses there. 115 and 3 for us. Level 2 fort doesn't move a thing. Kleeman says, no way. 11, 30, 21, and 36 Soviet losses there. Now they're hitting just north of, gosh, if they would be able to break through there, we'd be in trouble. But it's 1 to 1.4 on the first go round. Second go round fares even worse for the Soviets, and we hold on. The game is thinking, like, we cannot take on the Dojo. We cannot take on Theobald Lieb, I'll tell you that. Lieb sits out here at a level 2 fort with the 3rd Panzer Division and the 126th Infantry. He's dealing losses, 276, 4 and 4. We did lose 1 Panzer, okay, and 148 men. They're going to hit that again. Second time really never works in this game. As others will tell you, Lieb holds again, or Lieb's men, but Lieb in charge there. Herman Balk says, "Wow, we're going to punish you for that if you want to try to come in here by Pskov. Level 3 fort, 796. Soviets lose 1,316 men, 8 and 19. We lose very little. Very little. Level 3 fort, very powerful. And we see the same here. We're adjusting out to a 515, even though he's got 2 to 1 on us in manpower. Okay, he hits here where we have the SS motorized. They come out at a 1542 between this infantry division and the SS Panzer Grenadiers, which is a God 982 on the raw. When you put it all the way through 1542 to 253, we're dealing losses on them here 305, 4, and 2. We'll take that. Okay, he's going to try his luck here again against Theobald Lieb. Nope, not happening. 574 to 176. That is a good looking result for us, and this line looks strong as hell so far. Maybe I don't want to speak too soon, but I think only a supply problem up here could crack this right now anyway. Now we'll see what else the Soviets can bring, but in most of these places, they can only attack us with 2 stacks, and it's just not enough, right? They're going to have to go around us somewhere and start pressuring us so we have to move, make us mobile. But as long as we sit in those level 2 and 3 forts, nothing. Now we did get knocked back there by Minsk, just north of Minsk. And that's going to be a problem. Some of our reinforcements that come in this time will be sending there. Certainly, those units we're rebuilding will think about sitting there or sending there. We've already sent a couple of divisions there. I think we have 2 divisions ready to jump on the line. We may need to do an attack somewhere there to relieve a little bit of pressure. We've got Panzer Division there. We've got a motorized division. We'll go look around the map. Soviets running their freight. I'm just going to buzz through that. They did not attack this time down by the Crimea. They didn't really attack much in the south, to be honest with you. I mean, they did some, certainly, but that area around the Romanian border that I was worried about, not, we didn't see, a massive amount of activity down there. Now, a lot of our new units also need to be on this northern Minsk line because these units are all just ripped up. I mean, they're just tired. They've been in a lot of battles. They were poorly supplied for a while. So we're probably going to have to get them off the line. All right, through our logistics phase we go. And it is now March 14th, 1943. Wow, we've come a long way. We'll look at all the stats, all the breaking news when we stream coming up, hopefully on Sunday. That would be the 27th of February. Um, okay, I mean, Narva Line got attacked up here. These guys are getting a little ragged. Their TOE 60, we may need to think about, moving them off the line and getting something else up here, but I just can't really spare divisions. That's the problem. We did have something break through here a little bit right by our SS mech units, or yeah, the mech unit. That's okay. We've got a Panzer division back here that can kind of mop up maybe a little bit. Down here, he's got tank cores on the move, and you see he's got a 2 wide here as he's getting out into the center of Lithuania. We've got to strike back there. As we come to the north here, just a cavalry unit here. We'll try to smoke that back. You can see we've got this division that came in. I thought I had a second one. Maybe it's this that nope, that's the field division that got blown out of here. So he, took this hex, but so far, I think we can respond to this. We've got the motorized and the Panzer here. Those are 2 really strong divisions. I think we can attack back here. run up this reinforcement, deal with that. As we come around here, he's trying to push tank corps up here by the Hungarians. He did a lot more moving than he did attacking this time, which was probably smart. You can see he's expanded out. You can see all of the new hexes he controls. He's got a tank corps up here by the Italians. They just seem like they're running free. They're like, oh, I love this. Through the marshes. Almost. I mean, he's almost to the end of the marshes here. So we got to put the kibosh on that. As we move around, this looks particularly strong. Um, I think we took an attack here. Did we get knocked back? I guess we must have. We got knocked out of that hex. Okay, well, I'll take a look at that. He's got a cavalry force. I mean, they're trying to get to Lvov. That's where the points are, right? They're going to test it on turn 94. So we got to hold on 3 more, but we got this division that can come up here. We've got some other divisions we can attack out of. The Romanians are back here to play sweeper. Okay, we brought 2 brand new infantry divisions down here. The Soviets didn't really attack here, which was a little bit surprising. We'll probably set up here on the rough and try to hold there. In the south itself, like in the deep south, let's say, nah, not a whole lot. Didn't do a whole lot there. Crimea, that just held. I mean, that didn't. Nothing happened there. But we'll take a look at all of this next time, including why we have Romanian Air Command out here with no Romanian planes. We'll take a look at it all. So anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me. Sorry I haven't live streamed in a few days. We'll be back soon. Like I said, hopefully on Sunday, the February 27th, I'll be back with the stream. If you guys watch this, I guess tomorrow, that'll be the day after tomorrow. Anyway, thanks so much. This has been Strategy Game Dojo. I'll talk to you next time. Have a good one.